Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's guided meditation and yoga practice. We are going to be recording today's session so that you can view it at a later time or share it with a colleague who may not have been able to attend today. All of our recordings go on our EDWS YouTube page, where you can find past meditation and yoga practices, as well as our other events like cooking demonstrations, stretch breaks, and more. The schedule for today's session is going to be guided meditation from approximately 12 to 12:20. We'll then take a 10-minute break and we'll resume with the yoga portion of today's practice at approximately 12:30. As always, today's session is led by our instructor, Janet Weiss, and without further ado, I will turn things over to Janet.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to guided meditation. Begin by getting yourself comfortable in a chair or supine, lying on a bed or a recliner or the floor, whatever your environment permits. But take these beginning moments to get yourself comfortable and find a posture that benefits your meditation practice. So not only comfortable, also relaxed and alert. Take these moments to begin your transition from your outer world to your inner world, letting your eyelids rest sweetly and lightly over your eyes. Your eyes rest back gently and fluidly in your eye sockets. Attuning to your breathing. Become interested in your breathing. And welcome any and every breath, no matter how it shows up. So inhaling and exhaling, short or shallow or erratic, accepting any and every inhale, any and every exhale. So, witnessing your breathing. And simply by shining the light of your awareness on your breathing, it will slow down organically. And it will also deepen and widen. And it will also soften. So, breathing with each passing moment, breathing with the same quality that you breathe with when you're asleep. And as you follow your breathing, as you settle inward to your inner body and your internal world, your nerves begin to settle down like a warm mist, settling down. down, down, downward. Connecting with your bodily existence. Inviting your thinking mind inviting your thoughts to float. Mind is a wild place, so there will be thoughts. Invite them to float like clouds on a windy day, floating over in the sky. So observing your thoughts, not getting hijacked by a thought train. So that you can experience your meditation from a deeper, more expansive place. Noticing as you breathe and as you invite your thoughts to float, noticing sensations. Unlocking receptivity so you can experience sensations. You can feel the life force, living energy flowing through. Flowing down your shoulders. Noticing your shoulders from the inside, flowing down your arms, wrists, hands, fingers, and thumbs. Noticing your arms and hands from the inside. Any sensation, vibration, tingling, noticing the weight, the thought. Your experience of your shoulders and arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs from the inside. And this same living energy, this same life force, noticing sensations through your torso, front, the back, the sides of your torso, and your entire trunk area. And all of the organs that reside there, your lungs, your heart. Noticing your respiration through your lungs and your heart. And noticing your respiration penetrating all the way down to your belly, your abdominal organs, the front, the back, and the right and left sides. And this same living energy and life force flowing downward through both of your hips and your hip sockets, both of your legs, knees, ankles, feet, and toes, noticing the sensation and the vibration and the tingling through your legs, feet, toes, the volume, the weight. So you're connecting with your bodily existence and your bodily experience. The weight of it, the volume of it, the great spaciousness and expansiveness of it. And the good earth is holding you, supporting you. And she is your steady refuge. Can turn to her at all times. And as you connect to Dear Mother, connect your body with the experience of being a mountain, stable, steady, strong, rooted, enduring all different changing climates, all different changing conditions. And from this very stable, sturdy, mountain-like foundation, bring yourself to your skull. Especially on your inhale, you can ascend upward to your skull, your cranial palace. And the moon chakra sits at the back base of your skull. And this moon chakra at the back base of your skull sparks an opening at the crown of your head, like the moon roof of a car. It sparks an opening. So the moon chakra in the back of your skull can connect with lunar power, with the moon herself. So that you can absorb this lunar power in this full moon period, instant. And the moon is beaming down the nectar of life, healing light is beaming down to you and through you. It also surrounds you in this luminous, powerful lunar light is a sweet nectar, a sweet healing medicine that flows through. It beams through your cranial palace, your skull, lighting up all the nooks and crannies, creases and crevices, canals and channels that weave through your skull, lighting up. And this sweet nectar of life, this sweet healing medicine drools down your throat, down through your shoulders and arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs, illuminating all of your cells, sweetening your experience of being embodied with you. And this sweet nectar goes down your neck, through your entire torso and trunk, front, back, right and left sides. Illuminating all the cells that reside there, all the molecules, all the corpuscles. And not only physically, but also the more subtle, refined, invisible realms of your being, emotionally, energetically, mentally, feelings, even the thoughts that are floating. And this same sweet dew, sweet nectar of life flows down through your hips and lip sockets, legs, knees, ankles, feet, and toes. Lighting up all your cells. So your inner body, your interior world is full of luminous wisdom, bliss, joy, peace, calm, serenity, and harmony and equanimity flow through you. A sweet harmony and equanimity flow through you. Rest in. Breathe in with this sweetness and because the sound of bells and the sound of bells flow through you sweetly. Bye. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. We'll take a short 10-minute break and we'll return for the yoga portion of today's practice at approximately 12:30.
Welcome to the asana portion of yoga, chair yoga. We'll do some standing poses as well, but all organized around the chair. If you are sitting on a chair that has wheels, please be very mindful of that. And if your chair has arms, on some poses that will be helpful to you, on some poses that you may have to work around. So let's begin today with a mudra called Lalata. So you're going to place the palms of your hands and your fingers and thumbs over the sides of your face. And you're going to place the tip of your tongue on your upper palate, that part of your gut structure. Organized over your upper teeth. And take these few moments in Lalata to turn your focus inward. You're softening your senses inward. And beginning your yoga practice. And from Lalata, bring your fingers, your palms directly in front of your heart. Fingers are slightly interlaced, and your palms are toward your heart, and your thumbs point skyward. And this is Vajradharma, and it's polishing the heart. So taking a few moments here to refine your experience of your own. Beginning the practice. And going to soft fists and weaving your knuckles toward each other, elbows lifted, and we'll go to archery. So your left fist stays right at your sternum, and your right arm spins, spirals, and reaches back. So you get a nice twist on your spine and an opening on your right ribs. And then bring it back, weave your knuckles, and same thing left. So leave your right fist at your sternum and reach back with your left arm, spiral back, beginning to move your spine, open your left ribs, and then come back to center. And then from archer pose, bring your mudra to Namaste. And ascend your arms skyward, and we'll go to seated temple. So your first three fingers lace, your index points skyward, and your thumbs point back. And your arms reach, your shoulders drop, and your spine is the center of your temple. And in yoga, your spine is your Sushumna Nadi, your central pathway of energy. Shoulders drop. Get connected with your breathing, tune in with your breathing. And then we'll go to sunlighting. So sunlighting mudra is your ring and thumb fingers touch, and your other three fingers extend, and your middle and index finger touch. And you cup your arms toward the sky as you lift an arc back, so that you're summoning solar power, solar energy. And especially on a day like today, it's very important to summon solar energy. It's sun is still there, it's just covered, veiled, and absorbing this light, this energy. And then bring your arms overhead, fingers and thumbs touch, palms do not touch. Bring your thumbs to your third eye where your brow converges. And bringing this solar energy inward. So we're illuminating this profound mystical eye. Besides deep and center of your sun. And then take a few moments and let this by penetrate and become all pervasive. And then palms touch and bring your mudra, it's called Anjali Mudra or Namaste, right in front of your sternum. And then bring your hands to your shoulders and we'll spiral the spine. You may need to scoot toward the edge of your chair. Again, be mindful of your chair's on wheels. And let's get the spine moving. And then come back to center and drop your arms and your torso over your legs for seated child's pose. Drop the weight of your head, long and easy on the back of your neck. So there's a gentle traction on the back of your neck. The back of your neck and your shoulders. Release and relax. Loosen. And then reach your arms and hands out away from you. Get a little bit beyond comfort for Yogi Mudrasana. So you feel a stretch on your back, both horizontally and vertically. And then rest your elbows on your thigh bones, just on your knees. And we'll do Shy Yogi. So drop your head and gathering inward to your heart. The heart center. And then curl forward through your spine to vertical. And when you get to vertical, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Be sure you breathe in mindful, conscious breath. Follow the inhale, follow your exhale on all of these poses. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then sweep your chin over the collarbones. Right to left. And then onward to a full head rotation. Try and stay balanced over your neck and shoulders so you might over rotate. And then reverse the direction. And then keep your right ear over to your right shoulder and ragdoll over to the right side. So you're releasing, activated, lots of gravity. And then come back to the vertical and ragdoll over to the left side. Drop your head, drop your shoulder, drop your left arm. Drop your torso as much as doable. This tension, tightness. And then coming back to center and roll your shoulders. Shoulders are a reservoir for tension and tightness. So it's spend these 3 months, loosening them up a little bit and bounce up. Take a deep breath in, shrug your shoulders to your ears. And then on your exhale, drop your shoulders. Let's try that just 2 more times. Inhale, deep inhale, shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, flop your shoulders. One last time. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, flop your shoulders. And then bring your arms overhead for upward hands, your palms face each other. Just like we did with our shoulders, we're going to do with our arms. So take a deep breath in. On your exhale, cannonball your exhale out of your mouth, drop your arms, and hit your thigh bones with your palms. 2 more times. Inhale. Cannonball exhale, drop your arms. One last time. Inhale. Cannonball exhale, drop your arms. And then bring your right hand to the right side of the chair or the right arm of your chair. And your left arm is going to reach across. So your left arm is by your left ear. And this is seated side lift. So your left shoulder is down away from your left knee. Lots of breathing through your left side body. And then to full moon mudra, just have full moon. So surrounded with lots of lunar energy. Swirling that nectar. Waves shine to me. And then bring your left hand to the left side of the chair or the left arm of the chair, and your right arm, which is strong right arm by your right ear, right shoulder down away from you. Lots of extension through your right side body, right ear to you. And breathe through the right side. Chin. Attracting. Inhale from your hip to your, and then exhale. And then to full moon mudra. Sealing the nectar from the knee. Sweet flex back to your sword and sleep. And then come back to center. Feel free to readjust your seated posture any way that you might need to for these poses. It'll depend on the chair, and whether you have close arms. So we'll go to knee lift. So let your one either in front of your shin, try not to bother your knee, or if that doesn't work for you, you can let your one under your thigh. And take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, fold your forehead towards you. Inhale, lift. Let's go one more time. On your exhale, fold your forehead towards you. And come back to up here. We can keep the latch exactly where it already is. If possible, if doable, prop your heel on your chin. If that's too much for your knee, just keep it the way it was. And we're going to hug around the right leg. So you can latch on to your elbows. If that's too much, try your forearms or your wrists. But as much as possible, hugging the right leg to you. This is Marijas and Sage. Lots of it through your stomach. Rock your shoulders. And then relax the right leg, and let's do those two poses with the left leg. So that's one either at your shins or under your thigh bone. Deep breath in. And then on your exhale, fold your forehead to your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And then come back to center. And you can hold the latch right where you have it, or if doable, prop your heel on the chair and hug around the left leg, latch onto your elbows, if that's possible. If not, modify it. Your forearms are fine, your wrists are fine. But as much as possible, hug the left leg towards you. Inch up your spine, drop your shoulders. Let's try some Sushumna breathing here. Breathing through your spine. So inhale from your tailbone to your crown, the tops of your head. Exhaling, dropping from your crown to your tail. Let's try it one more time. Inhale from your tailbone to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your tail. So spine to central health rail energy. Okay, and then release another. Okay, from here, we're going to go back to the right leg, and this time latching on under the thigh bone. And we'll extend the leg and release the leg 3 times. This is Heron pose, or also called fishing bird pose. Trikonasana, like Sanskrit. So extend and release. Extend and release. Just one more, I'm going to mix it. Extend and release. And then your right arm latches around the outseam of the right leg, catch your right shin, and we'll do the hip opener, which can be very valuable for a lot of poses. So you're going to take your right leg and open the hip socket to the right and bring it back. We'll do that 2 times. Hip opener to the right and bring it back. And one last time. Hip opener right and plant your right foot. We'll do those same 2 poses with the left leg, starting with Trikonasana, Heron. So when you get your signal, left leg extends and release. Left leg extends and release. One last time. Left leg extends and release. And then left arm around the outside of the left leg, and we'll do hip opener left. So left leg out to the lateral and bring it back, and we'll do it 2 more times. Left leg out to the lateral and bring it back. One last time, left leg out lateral and okay, here we're going to do sitting down, and then we're going to alternate sitting and standing down. So your soles of your feet are grounded, deeply rooting. Drop your shoulders. your tailbone and your butt bones connected to the seat, or if you're lying down, your hips connected to your floor, bed, lounge chair, wherever you find your seat. Lots of uplift and extension through spines is eminent. And from seated now, try not to use your hands. If you need your hands and arms to assist, by all means use them, but if you can just use the strength of your legs, please do that. So get your feet positioned for standing, and then to standing now. So again, rooting down through your feet, feeling the bi-directional energy through your legs. So connected to the ground, also connected to your pelvis and your hips, and that connection. So heavy arms, drop the weight of your shoulders, like you have 2-gallon jugs of water in each hand. Lift the back of your heart broad across your chest and shoulders, all the way to your stomach, the top ground of your head. And connecting with the verticality. And then sit yourself down, make sure your chair is directly behind you. Or seated mountain. Heavy arms. And then standing. Broad shoulders, broad across your clavicles right here. The back of your heart. And from here, we'll go to swinging twist. So your arms wrap and gently tap your lower body. So, your arms go loose, your shoulders go loose. And then come back to center and we go to monkey pose. So your left hand climbs the left side and the right hand rides down the outseam of the right hand. And then you alternate. And put a little pressure on the side body. That way you get a side body massage. In yoga, it's called Abhyanga. It's very healing. Highly recommend. And then come back to center. And we'll do standing up. So your arms go skyward, shoulders drop, palms face each other. And you're going to send your hips back. Going to Utkatasana now, which is squat. You may want to widen your base a little bit. Send your hips back like you're going to sit down to your chair again. And then come back to 100. Just try that one more time. Arms reach, Hands, palms face each other, shoulders drop, and sit your hips back as if you're going to sit in the chair. And then come back to. And then touch your feet together. And the inseams of your legs as well, if that works for you. And we're going to graceful dive over to Uttanasana, which is standing forward. And if you need to bend your knees, by all means do that. And either latch onto your ankles, or you can use your lower arms to wrap your lower legs, or you can touch on the floor, the ground, if that helps stabilize you. Even if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. And hold here and let your back body stretch. And then from here, you're going to bend your knees as much as you possibly can and rest your chest on your thighs, your thigh bones. And then extend your legs once again. Broaden out your feet. And relax your elbows for waterfall pose. And you can sway your upper body, or is fluid like water, and your lower body is like the trunk of a tree. It's more grounded and stable. And then release your arms and curl through your spine. All the way to vertical. And then sit yourself back down to your chair. And then bring the palms of your hands to the back of your head. And we'll go to sway motion. So sway right to left. You can inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Let's try one more time. Inhale right, exhale left. And then from here, you're going to pedal. You won't get a lot of range of motion. You're going to pedal your elbows back, like you're back pedaling on bicycle pedals. Keep it gentle. And then from here, we'll go to breath of fire. So we've done this several times before if you've joined in. So you reach, and your inhale and your exhale are forced through your nostrils. Going to change the arms. And change the arms again. Now we're going to do it rapidly. All exhales. And we're going to do one more time this time with sounding out. It's called a mantra. Ha, 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 ha. And then rest your moment with the palm of your hand, your dominant hand. Mine's left. Your dominant hand on your heart center. And then the back of your other hand on the back of your hand as much as possible. And hold here just a moment. And absorb the sensations that you've already created with your practice and that you created with breath fire. And hope and support your own vibration. And acknowledge you in deep sleep. And dear Mother Earth is holding. And then release your arms and bring your right leg up and on your chair if you possibly can. And you're going to bring your left arm by your left ear and then either latch on across the front of the right leg or cross over if you're walking in the chair. Just latch on to the front part of your right leg. And then you're going to use your left arm to spiral backward and look over your right shoulder. Rise him up with your spine. Head's balance over your neck. Your chin is level to the ground. The right and left ears are balanced. Lots of breathing, more than you used to do. And then come back to center. And you're going to take your right leg and cross it over your left, like an everyday leg force. We'll go to the spine twist. And you're going to do, this is the eco pose, Garudas, meaning you take your, since your right leg is over, you take your right arm and wrap it around your left. And you can hold it right here so the back of your hands touch. Exactly. And then, if doable, go ahead and bring your palms touching or your right fingers touching or your right fingers touching your left hand. And deep breath in, elbows lift. Exhale, fold towards your hips. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, fold towards your hips. And then come back to center, unwrap your arms, and uncross your legs. And we'll do those two poses on the other side, starting with spinal twists. So again, if you can, prop your heel on the chair. If no, just leave it somewhere directly in front of the chair. Get yourself situated. Right arm by your right ear. And then your right arm wraps on your left. And you use your left arm to spiral around. You can use use the back of the chair for leverage. And look over your left shoulder. Chin's level to the ground. Right, lift the ears level. Lift through your spine. And lots of breathing. So your breathing is yoking between ears. Connecting to the inner dimensions, the inner world of your ears. And then come back to center. Take your left leg now and cross it over your right, like a regular, everyday leg cross. And then, since your left leg is over, you can use your left arm to wrap under and around your right. You can place the back of your hands together, or you can place your left fingers on your right palm, or you may be able to choose on this structured a little bit different. So this is guided asana, eagle pose. So inhale, elbows down. Excellent. And then come back to center, unwrap the arms, and cross the legs. Then we'll go to Anahatasana, which is home. So place your hands at your waistband. You can place your thumbs back and your forefingers forward. Or you can just place your thumbs as well. And then you want to arc, tie it back, lift the back of the heart lifts skyward, drop your shoulders, your shoulder blades move towards your front, towards your spine. Let your heart open and lift with the open sky. So your heart becomes sky-like, spacious, qualified. Thanks. Inhale, your heart lifts toward the sky. Exhale, your heart drops toward the and then bring your hands to the back of your chair and add a little more arc. This is camel pose. So shoulder blades again inward towards your spine and downward. Your front ribs over. This is your fire chakra. Inhale, your front ribs open and expand. Exhale, see the toes drop. Breathing. Energy, energizing, generating energy, galvanizing your inner energy. And then catch your elbows behind you If not your elbows, maybe your forearms or wrists. And we'll go to stargazing. Galaxies. In our galaxy, the Milky Way is a slowly river of light, gently cascading down towards you. So you go slow river of light moving through. And then release your arms. And we'll go to breath of tree. So breath of joy is 3 inhales. Here's the first one. Here's the second. Here's the third one. And then on your exhale, you drop over. So it's inhale, 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 exhale, long exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, inhale. Well, this one we won't drop over the legs, but simply release your arms down, down. And then we'll go here to standing mountain again, and then touch your feet and the inseams of your legs together, and bring your arms over your head for temple. So just like we did for seated temple, I'm doing place your first 3 fingers or index point skyward and your thumbs. Sorry, it's not Anjali, it's Kali. And then lift and arc high and back. Swan pose. A little shaky is because your base is narrow. Try and stabilize as much as possible. And then come back to center. And we'll do standing side lift to the right. So your extension all the way through your left side body from your left foot to your left knees, left feet. And then standing side lift to the left. So now the side body extension is on your right side. Breathe through your right side body from your right foot to your right. And then come back to center. And then you're going to bend your knees and slightly twist for prayer twist, bringing your left elbow as much as possible to the outside of your right knee. And if possible, look back over your right shoulder and right elbow. If that doesn't work for you, just look straight down. And then come back to high vertical to your temple pose. Hold a few moments here. Breathing through your stomach. Central pathway to And then let's prayer twist to the left side. So you're bringing your right elbow to your left knee, or if possible, to the outside of your knee. And you can look straight down if that helps you balance. If doable, look back over your left shoulder and your left arm. Be sure you breathe up. And then come back to temple. And then drift your arms down through that and down to your side. And we're going to step over to the right side of the chair. Take a few moments here for balance. So do a different balance today. So lifting your right knee, bringing your right hand to your waistband. So you take a deep breath in. And then when you exhale, fold over your inhale it. One more time, exhale, fold over. And then inhale lift. Get your right arm high, and we'll do upward hands with knee. So if you need to support the chair, by all means, keep your left hand on the chair. If you want to give it a little test, you can see if you can bring both hands skyward, palms facing, and then bring your left hand down. Release your knee and release your knee. Let's try that on the other side. So now your right leg is the leg you with your right. Your right hand forward. Your support to lift your left knee and your left arm. Take a deep breath in. No, right, left arm goes to your waist. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold west. Inhale, lift, stay vertical. Now reaching your left arm sky for upper hands balance. And then if you want to test it, you can bring your right arm, palms facing, upward hands, and then bring your right arm, bring your right hand to help you balance with the chair. And then release the left arm. Yeah, before we return to the chair, let's do warrior pose. So use the chair to help stabilize your performance. And you can reach your right leg back, so your back body, including your head and the table, and then reach your left arm forward. So use your right leg back, left arm forward. Get as much extension as you can. And then let's do the same thing with the other side. So it's going to be your left leg back, your right arm forward, Lots of extension. It'll actually help you balance. Reach for the left leg through the right. And then return. And then come back to your chair. And step out lateral with your feet and your knees. And we do churning. So you're going to take your upper body and go full circle. You can find your own pace with it. The mobility is more important than the speed. And then reverse the direction. And then come back to center. And we're going to do fierce goddess. So you do cactus arms. Cactus arms. Soft fists. Soft fists. So fierce goddess. And then rest your arms downward. And your legs trying to parallel. And let's make our closing mudra to Susan. So bring your pinkies touching and the rest of your fingers rest on your head. And your thumbs close your ears. Flap over your square tragus. Close that flap. Letting all of your senses rest. All of your senses rest, soften, and then relax your hands to your thigh bones. Rest back in your chair. Rest down. Let your eyelids rest over your eyes. Or closing shavasana. Skillful relaxation. The eyes are fluid, rest down. And your breathing is like liquid energy flowing through. All the way down to your toes, all the way down to your fingers, all the way down to your tailbone, all the way up to the ground. Connecting in with you, with energy, both life, life, Seven. Embracing. And acknowledge you can always come back to this inner body, this inner body. You're breathing to breathe. Close with the sound bells. With the sound of bells both through sweet, pure, pure. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone, for attending today's guided meditation and yoga practice. Thank you, as always, to Janet Weiss for leading us through the practice. Keep an eye out in your email. You'll be receiving a link to a short survey that'll ask you what you thought of today's session. We appreciate any feedback that you can share with us. You'll also receive a link to the recording, and the recording will be made available on our EDWS YouTube page. With that being said, thank you again for joining us and have a great rest of your day.